This is Hinos Sport, bringing you that heat and that fire. We keeping the foot on the what? On the necks. We keeping the foot on the what? On the necks. And like the Tibetan mastiff that I am, I'm applying what? Unlimited pressure. Because pressure does what? It bursts his pipes. Let's get on to it, man. Because we got to talk about this bullshit and this fuck shit. You see what Hinos Sport was talking about? That's why he told you guys. In the prediction, King strikes again. In the prediction, King strikes again. Hinos Sport saw right through this bullshit and fuck shit a mile away. This is why Hinos Sport stays 6 to 12 months ahead of the fray. You guys co-signed this Mike Tyson and Roy Jones Jr. straight trash and horse manure of a fucking fight. Let me say it again. You co-signed this Mike Tyson and Roy Jones Jr. straight trash and horse manure of a fight. And because you accepted this bullshit and this fuck shit, now these fake ass Errol the True Spence fans are now all of a sudden saying, well, Spence needs to all of a sudden outdo Mike Tyson and Roy Jones Jr. Are you fucking kidding me? These are old geezers. Old geezers go by old geezers standards. Let me say it again. Old geezers, let me spell this out for your third grade language. Old geezers need to go by old fucking geezer standards. Not Errol the True Spence. Errol the True Spence ain't chasing no fucking Mike Tyson and Roy Jones Jr. These coon buffoons. And what you're finding is finch straddlers. In their finch straddleization, fake ass Errol the True Spence fans coming out the woodworks and revealing to you at their truest and their most properest levels their hate for true alpha extraordinaires governed by true alpha economics. Notice they lump Floyd Mayweather and Errol the True Spence in the same mix. They lump them in the same coil together. This is the problem with boxing fans. This is why Hinos Sport said it yesterday. Boxing fans need to step their fucking games up, because what you guys are finding that's becoming very common and becoming very universal is 90% of these motherfuckers on the planet are pure beta fucking supremes. They're not true alpha extraordinaires governed by true alpha economics, because they hate true alpha extraordinaires governed by true alpha economics. They hate Floyd. They hate Errol the True Spence, really. But they're trying to hide behind a mask of making it seem like they're giving you the similitude of repping Errol the True Spence, but lacking the fullness thereof. This is what you guys are seeing more and more as it's unfolding right in front of your eyes. And Hinos Sport told you this shit 6 to 12 months ahead of the fray. You motherfuckers stay late to the fucking party. When did we take old geezers' affairs and correlated them with what Errol the True Spence is doing? Mr. Tactical Aggression, technical punching placement, and body snatching work, the levying onslaught of the punishment style artist. You got brain full of mush and brainwashed dodo heads now telling you that Danny Garcia has a fucking chance. Are you fucking kidding me? When? When did Danny Garcia ever have a fucking chance? Come December 5th, Errol the True Spence is going to whoop Danny Garcia's fucking cherry, man. That's the cold-hearted, that's the unadulterated, and that's the cutthroat truth-telling fashion. Old geezers are what they are, old geezers. Mike Tyson versus Roy Jones was a straight trash horse manure of a fucking fight. And anyone that supported that bullshit and fuck shit and said that it is what it is, then you don't know shit about boxing. And look what's happening right now. Rudy Poo and Plum Plum Brains, classic Dolce and Troglodytes, ultra fanboys with the ultra fanboy rhetoric coming out of their mouth and speaking too sideways out of their ass. And what are they telling you right now? Oh, Tyson is put pressure on Errol the True Spence. Are you fucking kidding me? As this is what we've become. This is what Hinos Sport was talking about the other day. Fight fans not having no fucking standards and continuously revealing. Because the truth will always have its day, man. And whatever you do in the darkness will always come to light. And this is what's happening. Fake ass Errol the True Spence fans are revealing themselves day after day. When has Danny Garcia ever had a fucking chance against Errol the True Spence? Now he's a dangerous fight. He lost to fucking Keith Thurman, a flute playing Titanic welterweight. He lost to the flawed, ineffective aggression style artist Sean Porter. And Errol the True Spence wasn't even his best. He just beat Sean Porter because he was just better than Sean Porter. Now we're talking about Errol the True Spence on his Achilles shit. Danny Garcia is getting fucking bulldozed. He's getting fucking steamrolled. See, we have to keep the fucking lion's foot or the tiger's foot on the giraffe's neck on this motherfuckers out here in these boxing streets. Because they don't get it. They like to finch straddle. They like to tell you, yeah, like fucking opera singers, and then go to another place, yeah, like fucking opera singers. We ain't doing that bullshit and fuck shit over here. When did old geezers' affairs ever get correlated with the top fighters in today's game? But what you're seeing is just not an issue with fighters. It's a bigger issue with fight fans that are no different than these old ass fucking fighters. They're insecure and miserable as you know what in their lives. They're hot and bothered like grits. They can't stand true alpha extraordinaires governed by true alpha economics, i.e. the Floyd Mayweathers of the world, i.e. the Errol Spence of the world, and they feeling some type of way, man. That's really what it's all about. Feeling some type of fucking way. The bottom line is this. Errol Spence don't need to be worried about no Mike Tyson and Roy Jones Jr. Again, like Man Angelou told you, when a person shows you who they are the first time, believe them. So old geezers' affairs belong with old geezers' affairs. Errol Spence is chasing his own legacy and his own destiny. That's the cold-hearted, that's the unadulterated, and that's the cutthroat truth teller fashion. I keeps the foot on the what? On the next. I keeps the foot on the what? On the next. Shame on you, so-called black boxing community fan bases. Shame on you, boxing fans, for actually allowing your ears to entertain this bullshit and fuck shit. And shame on any Rudy Poo and Plum Brain, classic Doden Troglodyte, and ultra fanboy with the ultra fanboy rhetoric that actually let their ears entertain that shit. And therefore and thereby turn your ass into a brain full of mush and a brainwashed fucking dodo head. This is He Knows the Sport. Checking out.